fucking hell. Okay, welcome to the third time I'm filming this because I got interrupted. Because my friend is playing Ace Attorney and I've got to walk him through it. Not really, he's very capable, but he's asking questions that I need to respond to with cryptic smiley faces. Anyway, welcome to Sketchbook 9 and my last ditch attempt to make the lighting good. This light is so fucking hot. It's really sweltering in here. I've got my jumper rolled up to my sleeves. Oh my god, he's fucking typing again. I'm gonna ignore it this time, instead of actually focusing in on it. But yeah, my sketchbook, number 9. Started it the 28th of August, finished it the 11th of December. I started at age 16, now I'm 17. The passage of time. Anyway, I started this by drawing refs of swans, because that's my entire online brand, and that is all I care about right now. Anyway, Hyonk is my favourite, and also oh god oh fuck, this isn't focusing. Thank you. Yeah, we love a swan. Did you just post cringe in the Gay Lawyer Discord server? That's okay, cringe culture is dead. And I killed it. Sebastian Debestay. You'll know Sebastian Debestay. He's a prosecutor. He's the best. Hey. That was terrible. Yeah. This is me designing their older attire because they haven't been seen since 2019, and that is 10 years ago in the Ace Attorney canon. Sebastian, based off Conductor, of course, and with a little bit of an Edgeworth jabot. And then Kay is just Kay, and little bits of hints of Gumshoe's design in the coat. These are my Ace Attorney OCs, well, 3 of them. There are many. You will find out there is more than you originally thought in this book. Yeah, this is Lally, this is Ellie, this is Ollie. They're friends, they're Irish. This is Gaelic, but it's probably not correct because I use Google Translate. Because I'm British and a pleb. That's them. They're best friends. Knowing Ace Attorney, there's going to be something off about that. Crikey, yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what, but his breakdown is similar to Dahlia's. Okay, this is Laura. I decided Miles needed a cousin because I feel like he has family. Like, okay, whose parents get knocked off and then, like, you get sent to the guy who just found you in an elevator? Like, spoilers. But, like, come on, his mum's got to have family, right? So this is Laura Williams. She's cousin of Miles's on his mother's side. These are her expressions because I do expressions for all of them. If you want to pause and read who they're based off, you can, but it doesn't really matter. This is Sophia Edgeworth, formerly Sophia Williams. This is Edgeworth's mum. This is her in the 80s, which is why she looks so young, but that's also mainly because I couldn't draw older-looking people at this point. I still can't, to an extent. And these are her poses. I like her little eureka, because I do that. These are my birthday item swatches, because fine liners and shit. Fountain pen, and drawing of Cupid, because why not? And this is Wallace in his correct colours. Blimey, because I finally got blue markers that I just didn't have. Anyway, these are his correct colours. He's cute. I love him dearly. I haven't drawn him since, I don't think. This is Phoenix and his dad. I went on a bit of a what about the Ace Attorney characters who don't have canon parents kind of road. So I gave Phoenix a dad. He is absent most of his life because he was an army veteran. He married his mum and then fucking ran off. And I gave him this sort of backstory so he could sympathise with Trucy and Apollo. Because sibling reveal when? Capcom is literally... Fanfic writers doing Capcom's job since 2007. 2007! And they still don't know. Moving on. Okay, this used to be Swan. That's why my internet persona is like that. It used to be Swan with 2 N's and an E, because I was fucking extra as a 12-year-old, apparently. Swan was my first OC. I made her into a guy and, like, fixed the story and all that. And then I gave him a different name. He's Seamus now, because I thought Swan was goofy. Who is this? I don't know. Don't care. That's an image. Sad Apollo? Why is Apollo sad? I don't know why Apollo is sad. Maybe I was sad. Am I okay? This is, wow, you really see with the glare of the light. That is oil pastel, gold oil pastel, that I wanted to fuck around with. Oh my god, this bloke is still messaging me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gay lawyers. Aren't they cute? Apollo Justice sleeps in Gaviner's merch. You heard it here. More gay lawyers. Aren't they also cute? Signal Samurai merch. And that mug says, world's okayest lawyer boss dad man. And that says milk skimmed. Because Miles Edgeworth is a milk drinker. What the fuck does that mean, Swan? Okay. These are family trees, if you want to pause and read. But yeah, I got way into the... way too invested in this side of the family. And then Laura's here. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, really. This is Cliff. And that says, you call me a bitch one more time, Susan, and I will eat you regardless of your stank fucking werewolf blood. I hate you, fuck off. Basically, at the beginning of every iteration of The Outskirts, Susie and Cliff hate each other. They end up dating by the end. The reason of this is because of an ingrained hatred between vampires and werewolves, like every main media portrayal of them is. But this is not, like, racism-based or anything even remotely like that. It is purely because werewolves are easily mistaken for humans, and when vampires bite them, their blood tastes bloody awful. See what I did there? Yeah. So that's why they don't like each other. That's entirely it. It's really stupid. Is my dad opening the garage door? Why the fuck is he opening the garage door? It's literally 10:30 at night. This is Percy. Percy's final design. Isn't she cute? I love her dearly. She had a redesign because her colours were too close to the trans flag, and she is a trans character, and I didn't want to... You know why I didn't want to... Yeah. Oh. I love all my characters equally. I think you've drawn me like 5 times. This is... Edward Jackadill. Wow, 5 times. That's Widow. That's Sahara. I'll talk about him later. I've been drawn like once. That's Alvin. He's from Swanser story. You have never seen him. Ever. Are you guys are getting drawn? That's Daniel. You've also probably never seen him. And this is Gimp. We talk about Gimp in a little bit. This is a good drawing. I like this drawing. It's got a very clear line of action. It kind of resembles a Ghibli film. Ghibli... I'm certain this leg is not meant to be that long. I know there's anatomical weirdness here, but it... You know what? I was practicing, and I still am practicing. And that's the beauty of these sketchbook videos, because I can see how far I've come. I look back at the original one and I'm like, oh my god, your proportions were off, honey. Gimp. Right. So Gimp is the protagonist from a story I wrote way back in 2017. And the purpose of that story was literally to figure out my gender identity. And I used them as an example and a way to do that. It's a long story. It's not really that long. But it felt long, and I went a bit ambitious with it towards the end because I got too het up in not making this an exploration of me. But I started out the story, and Gimp is just a creature in this big, wide, blue world that they know nothing about, and they've got to figure it out. And I love them very much, and the story means a lot to me. Hence them saying fuck the gender binary and waving a non-binary flag. Because... Cliff. I tend to draw Cliff when I'm running out of ideas. And just whack him on the page. Laura again, because I find Laura interesting. Yeah, they fight a lot. They're kind of... They both work at the Edgeworth Law offices. I think I forgot to mention this. But they are... like the antithesis of Apollo and Athena, who work very well together. They do not work well together. And Ray has to cope with this. Yeah. Ollie is Irish. That is why he's saying this. Don't worry about it. And Laura is from one of the southern states. I forget which. I'm sorry. I'm not American. Okay. Way back in 2018, I had this story where personifications of the elements just hanged out in a house. Yeah, and then this is a redesign of that with more fantasy elements, because I like D&D. So this is Pyro. He's a sultan's son, a traveller, enthusiastic, mysterious, peppy, very gay. This is Fern. She's a woodland warrior. She's a traveller and a mercenary. She's sassy, tired, a bit of an arsehole. She's also gay. This is Claw. They're from a seaside village. They're a fisher / angler. They're calm, quiet, and sarcastic, and they're pan. This is Heather. She's from a mountain village. She's a hunter. She's chill, tired. She's funny, and she's ace aero. And this was a design of her this is her original design that I did during English class. Well, an English cover class. I don't draw during actual class. But yeah, my English teachers always set too little cover work, so that's why. Yeah, seriously, I had a cover on Monday, and half of the lesson was something she set as homework 2 weeks ago. I'm not joking. This was me fucking around with brush pens. Who are you? I don't know. Then Among Us got popular. You see this? I love playing Among Us. It's a good game. I'm very good at acting guilty even when I'm not. More Ace Attorney OCs. This is one of, like, 3 more that I have, I think, in this. This is Piccolo. She's a member of the Governors. She's a piano player. The joke with the Governors is that all their names are not the instruments they play, hence Piccolo. She sung a very specific song. She's confident, she's chill, and she's a good show person. She's a judge, hence her glammed up courtroom attire. Also, you see here, she's got the petrol blue of Darien and the purple of Clavier. This is Clarinet, Governor's member. She's a drum player! And she also raps. She's bubbly, she's shyer than Pick, and she's a disaster lesbian. She's also a defense attorney. Courtroom glam attire. Petrol blue Darien, purple of Caviar, and the red from Pick. See, I know my thematics, and also the chains, because apparently that's a thing with the I don't know. Yeah, then I decided to personify my Among Us character more. I'd say I'm a decent imposter, but I'm just a bit of an idiot sometimes. You saw nothing. So yeah. This is an AU. This is an AU I like to call If Gregory Edgeworth Took the Fucking Stairs. Basically, Miles is a defense attorney. Phoenix, because of that, is an actor. Yeah. This is Phoenix spinning around a lamppost. This was inspired by the song Someone in the Crowd from La La Land. I don't know why, it just... yeah. This is the queer Kiwi, the YouTuber. She's really great. Go check her out. Then I started personifying more Among Us characters. This is Pink. She's confident, she's the mother. She throws out accusations that are usually correct against all odds. And she usually sticks with dark green. That mug says Space's most mediocre mother. This is Purple. She's the detective. Ignore that her outfit looks like Purple Guy from FNAF. Sorry, I'm really congested. She's smart, she's logical. 500 IQ plays. She's usually with dark blue. If you know, then you know. This is Yellow. He's gullible, sunshine one. He makes friends always. Yeah. This is Brown. He's the quiet one. He does all tasks as quickly as possible. Unclear if he simply tolerates Yellow or cares for him. Like I said, if you know, then you know. Sahara. I'll tell you more about Sahara now, because I've never told you anything about Sahara. Sahara is a character in The Outskirts, and he is a Sphinx. He's a Sphinx because one day Dapper, who you've seen, brought a mask at a county fair, and he gave it to Sahara because Sahara was his best friend. And Sahara put it on, and some magic shit happens, and he turned into a Sphinx. Yeah, he's the first of his kind. He doesn't know what the fuck his place is in the order of the world. He doesn't know what's going on, so he sleeps a lot to combat this. And his parents hate Dapper because of the whole mask thing, but they're in love, so it doesn't really matter. Who is this? I don't know. You look like your name's Ricky. Why do I draw so many characters with jabots? I know the answer. It's Miles fucking Edgeworth, but... and this was men? This was when I decided to revamp my style, because I hated it. I doodled something on the side of my English book. This one was in a lesson, unfortunately. I'm a bad person, I know. And I thought, hey, that looks nice. And then it became my style. This is Wendy. I already mentioned why I redesigned her. she still hasn't really got a concrete design. Yeah. I don't know who this is, but they think worms are cool. I don't know who this is, but I like their posture, wow. And then this was me testing out this new art style. Phoenix, Christoph, Maya, Clav, I think that's Darwin? Yeah. Lally, Miles, Ellie, Ollie, don't know who you are, Apollo, Nahita, Godot, or as my friend who's getting into Ace Attorney calls him, Godot. Baby Miles, Cliff, Trucy, Athena, and Blackwell. I don't know who this is, but lovely. What's going on here? This is me just fucking around with pens for stress relief, I think. Those resemble animals, but not really. And an Among Us alien thing. Yeah. This is a watercolour of Ollie in that pose that Cliff was in beforehand, because I thought it looked really cool. So I did a full watercolour of him. Doesn't he look like a bitch? He 80s Gregory Edgeworth go bird. I'm not going to explain this, except for the fact that Gregory Edgeworth is as old as my dad, and my dad looked like this in the 80s. Rage! I don't know. I think it's from this point onwards that I have less and less explanations as to what the hell I was doing. That's my cat as a Sylvanian family. Cliff and Susie. Susie can suplex a man. Yeah. And Cliff strangely enjoys it. Okay. Ace Attorney, but they do the Great British Bake Off, but it's American. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know why Phoenix looks like such a twink in that, but yeah. How is the chocolate on fire? And then, here, this is a torn out page from a previous sketchbook. And then this is the redone version of the Bake Off AU that I'm not going to read, really. Is there anything funny that I can say? No, not really. If you want to read, pause and read. Oh no, this is funny. Clavier is making an apple and cinnamon pie. He burns it, and he sings to the tune of Guilty Love while he's doing it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Love, love, guilty. My station is a fucking mess. Love, love, guilty. Wait, am I smelling burning? I fucked up! And then the judge says what happened here. Yeah. Basically, I just like projecting weird British competitions onto the Ace Attorney characters. I do it again with Strictly later. When you love somebody, you put on your fancy suit on to assist your junior lawyer and stop her from going to jail despite the fact that you're not actually qualified to anymore. I listened to the Pants song from Be More Chill and it reminded me of Disbarred Phoenix, like, standing in court to protect Trucy. So, yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah. And then I got really sad and really nostalgic, so I drew Frisk from Undertale, because I miss them. And then I drew more Undertale characters, because by God do I miss them. If, for context, I went off Undertale in, oh God, like 2017, 2018. But for a while it was literally my whole goddamn world, because you know how autistic people hyperfixate. I hyperfixate, yeah. Hi. But yeah, and I was going through a tough time at this point, so I was just regressing. And you can see that I missed you guys. Case in point, I was regressing into my old interests and hyperfixations, so I went back to FNAF for a little bit. I tried to make it my mission to watch every FNAF theory, and then I didn't, because I don't have time. This is a D&D character that I made for fun, because I was bored. And yeah, she's a druid. She's a gnome and she's a druid. I rarely ever make druids, usually I play bards or rangers. But yeah, she's a druid. And she has like a whole backstory that I'm not going to read through because I cannot be bothered. But she's cool, I like her. Yo, who remembers Fair is Foul? No one remembers Fair is Foul. It's my least popular viewed fic on AO3. Go read it. It's Swan, Swanne writes. Yeah. I have a 4-part chat fic that's actually funny and good and well written, apparently. But yeah, this is my weird Ace Attorney role swap AU. I'm not going to explain it more than that, because it really doesn't deserve anything more than that. Emmy from Layton. Emmy from Professor Layton. God, I can't... God, he worked hard for that degree. This is Emmy. She's a badass. I love her. Her hair isn't coloured right. And this is her again. I think these were done on the same day, probably. Darwin, Wallace and Cupid. They're in love. We've been over this. Oh yeah, this is Lally outside of work. Because... well, it didn't originally start off as Lally outside of work, it just started off as a random face, but then it became Lally outside of work. Your Honour, they're in love. Yeah, I got into this ship really hard at this point, and I'm still very much into this. I think at this point I'm borderline killing Simon Blackwell, so we're not gonna... we're just gonna back it up. Yeah, they're in love. This was also drawn while watching a Queer Kiwi video. You can tell by the earrings. I'm sorry, Your Honour, I'm very jet-lagged. And the fondest little smile. Because they're in love. I'm a sucker for some enemies to lovers, let me tell you that. I have a headcanon that Simon's hair just goes poof when he's sleeping. So, yeah. You know when I said I visited an Ace Attorney Strictly crossover later on in this disaster of a sketchbook? This is it. This is Diane. This was based off Joe Suggs' performance. If any of you know what the hell I'm talking about. Strictly Come Dancing. British show, very good. It's also got an American variant, Dancing with the Stars, I think. And a German one. I think it's literally got a variant in every country. Why am I explaining this? Strictly Come Dancing, Clavier Dance. Professor Layton characters in my style. Flora, Clive, Luke, Hirsch. That's horrible. This is the first time I've drawn Dats. I've been into the series for 2 years, and I've never drawn Dats. Mainly because he looks complicated, and I'm overwhelmed easily. And this is a better Dats. This is also the first time I've drawn Amara. I've been into this stupid fucking series for 2 years. Okay, so in my English class, we're doing King Lear. There is a scene, Act 2, Scene 2, the first part of Scene 2, I know there's like a big long thing, in which this bloke named Kent and this bloke named Oswald have a really, really inherently homoerotic exchange where they're just exchanging insults. So, yeah. Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me. I love thee not. Well then, I not care for you. I fucked that up. Why then, I care not for thee. If I had thee in Lipsbury Pinfold, I would make thee care for me. You see, Lipsbury Pinfold is where they held stray animals, so it's, when you go into context, it's not that romantic, but on the first read, it really just... So then I drew... This is my form of revision, drawing King Lear characters. This is Kent. He has an Earl version and a servant version, because he goes into disguise. But in Shakespeare plays, that basically means you put on a hat. He's also very angry. Rage! Kent, Oswald, this is love. And then this is Oswald. I think I would cause problems on purpose. Oh, you want to fuck me so bad, yeah. Basically the reason they dislike each other is Oswald insulted King Lear once and Kent went fucking rabid. And he tripped him over in their first scene together. Yeah. I love it. This is love. I coloured too hard on the ribbon and coloured through the page, so I just drew myself as a clown. This is Twitch streamer Pearl Faye. There's this headcanon going around that Pearl becomes a Twitch streamer, and I'm all for it, but I just really failed at drawing this. So I just wrote Pog on it and just continued. Sebastian and Kay being all of their like older selves. They're just vibing. I love them. They're so cute. Well, they're not. I don't ship them together, in case that's what you're wondering by that. I just think they're cool characters. Dirk. I've played this game for 2 years, and this is the first time I've drawn Dirk. This is the Strictly AU. I have all of their heights listed, and all of the pros they would dance with, and their like fucking bootleg names, so I don't get judged. I have their like entire sort of history of performing written down. I'm never gonna write this, but but it's here. Maria. I gave Maria piercings because she doesn't have enough. Yeah, I love Maria. And then I decided to practice anatomy for the first time in my goddamn life. You can really tell from some of my drawings that I have never practiced anatomy in my goddamn life. And I gave them all goofy faces because it makes me feel less afraid when looking at them. Yeah, I basically learned quite a lot of how to draw tits. So I drew Emma in a pose with my better learned anatomy. I love Emma. Right back to the hyperfixation, yeah. Oh, Holy Mother, are you okay? It's okay, I'm pulling it off. You're not, Simon. But, yeah. I had just learnt anatomy and I think I threw it all out the window for this drawing. Okay, so I found this Tumblr post of real things attorneys have said in court. So, of course, I put it in the hyperfixation. Doctor, how many of your... I'm not going to do the American accent. How many of your autopsies have you performed on dead people? All of them! The live ones put up too much earthite. Were you present when your picture was taken? Are you shitting me? The youngest son, the 20-year-old, how old is he? 20, much like your IQ. Isn't it true that when a person dies in their sleep, he doesn't know about it until the next morning? Did you actually pass the bar exam? Yeah. And I continue with this. What's your date of birth? July 18th. What year? Every year? Is your appearance here this morning pursuant to a disposition notice, which I sent to your attorney? No, this is how to dress when I go to work. I like this one. This is my favourite. Some more just fucking around with style. This is Susie. This is a really shittily drawn Henry Jekyll. This is Bobby, Cliff, Gabe. I haven't drawn Gabe in a while. Wendy and Frankie. Frankie looks like they're ascending. Oh, Frankie and Maria, the only two in this godforsaken house who have any fucking common sense. Yeah. They live in a 13-person share house, basically, in this iteration of the outskirts I'm going through. And Frankie and Maria are the only ones with common sense, clearly. And Cliff has very long legs. Trucy and Phoenix, done in pen, so it looks shit. I don't know why I did it in pen. I think I was just looking for an excuse to fill up space. Then I tried to make another Ace Attorney OC as a defense attorney that's used quote Shakespeare and stuff, because it's my hyperfixation and I get to choose the... that was the chair creaking. And I get to choose the target. Basically they quote Shakespeare at the prosecution. They work at Edgeworth and Ross. That's my default at this point. Is the fault of law and Ollie because they actually get shit done instead of bickering all the time. It's kind of goofy. Long-sighted. They're based off Dark Academia because I like that aesthetic. And then they'll see this is me trying to make a forensic scientist one. Emma's assistant, bit clueless, goofy, trying their best as well. But then you can see their lab coat is buttoned up wrong. I probably won't keep these designs because they were just me trying it out for fun. Some more pen scribbles. Miles, Trucy, Maya, Ollie, Apollo, Phoenix, Godot, Blackwell. I don't know why I drew this, but they're cute. Mia Fey, I am filled with rage. I don't ask. Oh, these were doodles I did in my study when I didn't have anything else to do. I probably did have stuff to do, I just forgot. But yeah, that's a doodle of mine, and these are concept drawings for another Ace Attorney OC. Yeah, I will actually read you about him, because I'm quite proud of how he turned out. This is Edmund De La Poe. The Edmund bit comes from Edmund King Lear. De La Poe is a reference to John De La Poe, who repeatedly betrayed those who trusted him. This is Tudor history A-level and English history A-level, colliding to create a terrible creation. He's a prosecutor during the Dark Age of the law. Yeah, an Ace Attorney OC who isn't a golden child. He manipulates the same way Edmund from King Lear does. It's never clear if he's acting or not. He acts all virtuous, but he forges manipulation and destroys evidence, just like Manfred von Karma. He knew Manfred von Karma, they had the same mentor. He's like 60, he just aged well, unlike MVK. He gets fired when Miles becomes chief prosecutor. He and MVK's mentor constantly pitted them against each other, so all he wants is to be better than Manfred. This cycle is repeated in Manfred's treatment of his kids. He has Manfred's old cane to remind him as to why he's doing the things that he does. Yeah, juicy. You see his little neckwear, it looks like a prosecution badge. This is based off one production of King Lear. Yeah. And these are his little sprites. His breakdown is a mix of Manfred von Karma, Ongard, and Christoph. Yeah, he's like that. Yeah, and that's him. I really quite like him. He's one of my favourite OCs now. Cliff, because I got to the end of this and was like, what do I draw? And I fucked around. That was done while watching a production of Hamlet. As you can see, the Shakespeare hyperfixation is really taking its toll on me. This is a thumbnail. I will do it better in the next sketchbook, I think. This is based off the photo at the end of Turnabout Goodbyes, but in this one it's Trucy it's Trucy's cast instead of Phoenix's. And this is based off of the Trucy Wright Ace Attorney thing that I went through in the last sketchbook. Phoenix is fucking dead, that's all you need to know. So yeah, I'm gonna be drawing that properly at some point. And then this is me in the last page, really shit drawing, saying this felt like it took eons, because it really did. So, thank you for listening to this shit show of a video that I had to record 3 times, because my fucking friend wouldn't stop bothering me. I love you, really. And I'll see you. I haven't even started the next sketchbook, so who knows when that'll be finished. Probably in another 6 months. Anyway, see ya, nobody.